Monday edition of PFT, where we take some extra time to talk about things we didn't get to on a busy Monday morning coming out of week 4. Chris Sims, Mike Florio here with you. And Chris, we didn't talk about Washington specifically as it relates to the debut of Dwayne Haskins, whose entry into the game against the Giants was influenced in part by the foot injury to Case Keenum. It didn't go well. 3 interceptions in 17 attempts for Dwayne Haskins. And now Jay Gruden on death watch in Washington. And I know you're a believer that it's not his fault.
Yes, I am, right?
But sometimes that's the only thing you can do.
Right, yeah. I mean, I get it. I understand. I guess I would say this, or this is what I would argue. You know, I certainly don't think the Redskins are who they are because of Jay Gruden. I think there's a lot of issues with the football team in general. I think you would agree. I understand that, right now the perception is reality. It doesn't look good, and sometimes you need to make that change. Only thing I would argue maybe to keep Jay Gruden, right? And the biggest thing would be I still think that a guy like Dwayne Haskins is going to develop the best under a Jay Gruden for the rest of the year instead of shaking up the building and then, I don't know who's going to be the head coach and who's going to be the offensive coordinator. So that would be the argument I would make to the Redskins. You know, maybe you want to fire him right now, but I would go, I still think Jay Gruden gives your new rookie toy quarterback, Dwayne Haskins, the best chance to develop as this year goes along, and then maybe you can make the move after the year if that's what you want to do. But that would be my biggest argument for him right now.
And here's the thing you got to ask yourself.
Yeah.
What's it going to do to help you?
Yeah, right.
Is it going to make you into a playoff contender?
Exactly.
Is flipping from Jay Gruden to Bill Callahan suddenly going to start generating win after win after win
right,
after win?
Of course not.
And you know, the bad part about that, and typically we'll see an interim coach take over far later in the season, you get a couple of late wins, and then you get some momentum for the interim coach to get the job, and then the interim coach gets the job, and the interim coach stinks once he gets the job. We see that far more often than not. So I don't know what they should do. I think they have far more problems than changing head coaches after 4 weeks would fix. But there was a report from the Washington Post, and I've heard the same thing.
Yeah.
Danger for great Jay Gruden, and it's something that we're going to be keeping an eye on throughout the course of the day. They've got the Patriots coming to town next weekend. They don't have a bye week until week 10. They've got a mini bye after the week 8 game at Minnesota. Those are typically the more natural points on the calendar to make a change. So your interim coach has more time to get his sea legs before he has to go coach the game. Yeah,
no, definitely. I mean that makes sense as far as when you make the change. The one thing I'll say about this that I don't understand, you know, if Case Keenum, they knew going into the game, might be on a short leash, right, yesterday, and I think you heard me say this in the room yesterday with everybody. I don't know why, if you felt like he's on a short leash and he has a banged up foot, they should have just gone with Dwayne Haskins to start the week because they put Dwayne Haskins in a tough spot yesterday. You know, there he is. He gets to get thrown out on the road in New York, but didn't really get the full week of practice and reps with the first team to really put himself in a position, nor did the team get to game plan specifically around him to go, these are the strengths and weaknesses of Dwayne Haskins. Let's put a game plan together that, you know, accentuates the strengths and we can kind of hide some of the flaws. That would be my one argument. If you're just, I just don't understand that yesterday. It's not an argument, but I just don't get that. I think if they got to Tuesday or Wednesday, they're like, Case Keenum's banged up, and I think we're getting close to the Dwayne Haskins times anyways. They should have just gone ahead and did it and tried to formulate the proper game plan around him instead of putting him out there yesterday, kind of like in a bad situation.
There's been a suggestion the coaching staff wasn't really on board with drafting Dwayne Haskins.
Right.
We haven't seen or heard much the first month of the season to make us think that's wrong.
Yeah.
Because there's just a weird dynamic.
Yeah, it does seem like that. There's no doubt. And I mean, I also understand Dwayne Haskins is raw. I get that, and he showed us that in the preseason. He's certainly not ready for prime time yet. But either way, he is the future, and I think they need to start getting him going because the season looks lost.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.